You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Okay, let's go on. Whatever, not gonna be singing. Okay, so I am not a good singer, so that's not. Okay, so today I'm reviewing, or I'm giving you my thoughts, like, as always, my thoughts and my own thing in Toy Story, because today I'm giving you my thoughts on Toy Story 4. So, for those of you that didn't know, Steve Jobs was the CEO of Pixar. Steve Jobs, the same Steve Jobs from Apple, he was the CEO at Pixar. Fun fact. So let's go on. So I watched Toy Story 1, 2, and 3. And I have to say that even though Toy Story 3 was great, I don't know, for some reason it feels like I love to go back to Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2 more than Toy Story 3. And then I enjoyed and I'm gonna be honest, I will be honest. I enjoyed Toy Story 3 and 4, but for some reason it doesn't compare to Toy Story 1 and 2. Toy Story 3 and Toy Story 4 don't compare. And let me explain why Toy Story 4 and the two Toy Stories, the Toy Story 3 and Toy Story 4, why don't they compare to Toy Story 1 and 2? And maybe you guys will also relate to this. So, the reason I feel like Toy Story 1 and 2 were better than Toy Story 3 and 4 was because in Toy Story 1 and 2, you definitely got to see that Andy was playing with toys. You got to see more of Andy's life. And in Toy Story 3, as we all know, Andy went to college, or he was going to college, so he had to give his toys away. I said, he said, I don't play with these toys. It's time to give them out. Because I think in Toy Story 3, he was playing more with his cell phone. It was more of that time where they should. Because in these two movies, Toy Story 3 and 4, now they're definitely showing people are not playing with toys anymore. People are more interested in playing with their cell phones or talking on the phone. Which, for the most part, most people don't really talk on the phone. To be honest, most people are texting or taking photos and posting them on Facebook and posting them on Instagram and seeing who gets the most followers on Instagram, or how many friends can I make on Facebook, or can I get famous on Twitter. Like, yeah, I understand. And they do show how great that, I mean, they show greatly how people are more interested in having their earphones and AirPods and I don't think AirPods, but just earphones in general. They have their earphones and they're listening to their own music or rock and roll or whatever. They're listening. It's more of a what's happening now, where more people, and to be honest, they perfectly got that, where they decided let's show the kids and the adults now using their cell phone or using GPS to travel from. We're gonna take a road trip, so let's use GPS. They use cell phones. They even show that even GPSs can malfunction and all of that. But what I'm trying to say is that it's showing that the vast majority of people are not playing with toys anymore, and that's what I kind of got with Toy Story 4. That it shows that all the toys, because it showed in the beginning of the movie where Andy was playing with toys. He was a fan of Woody, a fan of Buzz Lightyear, a fan of all the other toys, especially RC. He used to love playing with RC, and that was nice. I loved it. I even loved the opening with "You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me." And I was like, wow, they got Randy Newman back. to do Toy Story, to make the music, to use that same song again, because I don't like that there's a bunch of movies where it's one movie, let's say, yeah, it's one movie. They have the actors, they have actors, they have one artist that makes the music for the whole movie. Then you have you make a sequel to that movie, and then you're like, let's get the same actors, but this time let's bring out this musician, this artist out here to make the music. And when they make the music, it's nothing to what got people into the movie, into that how do we say, kind of like a world of movies. It's like, what movies do I have to say? Okay, let's do this. It's like the TV show. If you guys seen That's So Raven, Raven had a nice catchy song. That's So Raven. And then she came out with Raven's Home. I think it's called Raven's Home, with the song. I don't even remember the song. It's so dull. I mean, it's different, but it's dull in comparison to That's So Raven. Like kids can, like younger people, I mean people that are older now, in their young age, they remember the theme song to like certain TV shows. But then when they come out with them, it's like, what is this? This is nothing compared to the original, to the prequel. And when I say prequel, it's I have to say prequel. When I say prequel, I don't really mean like parodies or all these prequel to this movie. No, I mean prequel. When they do a sequel, sometimes they have music that's not that great. Then you remember the prequel. When I say prequel, it's like the previous movie to the sequel, and it's like, what? It was great, and what happened? What happened between those two times? So I like that about Toy Story 4, that they brought Randy Newman back though, and they were able to. They were definitely able to bring him back and have old music, and I don't know if new music or music that he already made, because I don't really listen to Randy Newman, but I do like it, especially that the only song that I really love is "You Got a Friend in Me," and then I love all that other music that he made for movies like like Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers. I don't remember if he did any music for Little Fockers, but I loved when he did the music for both of them. I think, I'm not sure if he did it for the first one, for Meet the Parents, but I know he did it for Meet the Fockers, which was great. It's Randy Newman. So I have to say, so he did do it. He made the song, and "We're Gonna Get Married" in the beginning of the movie of Meet the Fockers, where it's like, "We're gonna get married." I don't know the whole song, but it was great. Like, I love, I mean, I didn't love these two movies, Toy Story 3 and 4, but I enjoyed them. But I would consider them more of a spin-off, because now they got rid, I mean, it has, those two movies have nothing to do anymore with what Toy Story 1 and 2 was about. Like 3 and 4 is like different. And that's weird that in Toy Story they decided, let's make Andy be a kid, and in every movie he gets bigger. In the third one, now he's in college. In the fourth one, he has nothing to do. He has little to nothing in the movie. Just the beginning, where it just remembers that he was playing with his toys, and that was a beautiful thing. But I miss the Toy Story 1 and 2 because it was so great. Toy Story 3, people said it was sad. It was the ending. Because I thought, me too, I thought Toy Story 3 was the end. And then we got up kinds of fake trailers for Toy Story 4. They said, oh, Toy Story 4 is going to be in Hawaii, or Toy Story 4 when all the toys are lost in the ocean and they end up in an island. What? I mean that's what they came out with when they said Toy Story 3. We're gonna have a sequel to that sometime. Toy Story 4. We don't know when, but we're gonna have a sequel. We're going to have sequel. So they did. They had plans for sequel, and everybody came out with their own speculations of Toy Story 4 going to be Lost at Sea, or Toy Story 4. Now they're celebrating in Hawaii. Yeah. Okay. Well, um, I would like to say that when I say it's because it's like, what? I'm lost. Like, you think the plot is gonna be that boring? Because I know that Andy gave his toys to Bonnie, which I would have thought that 1, 2, and 3, and that was the end. That was the end. But no, it has to be like Star Wars, where 1, 2, 3. No, I mean not really like Star Wars, but sort of like that because I don't remember how toys. I mean I don't remember how Star Wars is. It's like I think it's Star Wars Episode 7, then Star Wars Episode 5, and so on. It's like so confusing with them putting them all in different orders. We're gonna first start off with Episode 7, and then we're gonna jump to episode this, and now we're gonna go like so crazy. It's so all over the place sort of thing for, and it still is. They have we're gonna have this movie, and now we're gonna do a prequel, the Han Solo movie, or something. It's like, what? But with Star Wars, I kind of felt like it was the end. I thought Star Wars would be over because it's like they did everything. They did every single story. Then you saw the story, and then all of a sudden, nope. Let's just go reverse time, and now let's make the characters young again, but with different actors. Like, for real, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So to me, Toy Story 3 and 4 were like, yeah. I saw I saw Toy Story 3 as it's just the end. Just like, thank you for bringing me. Thank you for closing my childhood from Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2 were the two good ones. Then Toy Story 3 was the ending, which is like, yep, this is the last thing that we have to do, and we have to stay with Bonnie. Oh no, not Bonnie. I don't think it had to do with Bonnie. I think it had to do with saving the toys so he could get back to Andy. And but they didn't know Andy was giving them away to Bonnie. So when he gave them to Bonnie, because he knew that Bonnie was a good a good a person that would take good care of the toys. So she got him, and I said, "Wow, that's the end. That's the end. You brought the story to an end like that. You brought it to an end. You had 1, 2, then you brought the story to the end. It's like the end. There's nothing more. You don't need anything else. But now, I mean, in a way, I love Toy Story 3 and 4, but it doesn't compete in any way, shape, or form to Toy Story 1 and 2. Toy Story 1 was very, I guess, for kids. I would say for the time being, it was scary for kids. Yeah, like very scary, but it was awesome. I loved it. I love the introduction in both Toy Stories. Like, they start off in Andy's house, then they end up in Pizza Planet, which was so awesome. I felt like I felt joy for those two movies. Now it's like Toy Story 3 and 4 is like doesn't compare. It doesn't really compare. So when I say about Toy Story 4 was great, but it doesn't surpass 1 and 2. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but it doesn't surpass in any way. Bonnie is not. I mean, it was sad so many times with Bonnie missing her Forky. It even got worse for me. It got all sad, very sad. This movie wasn't even a happy. I mean, It was a good movie, but it was more sad. The whole thing was all sad with Bonnie didn't have friends, so she made her own friend Forky thanks to the help of of Woody. And then what else was there? There was the scene where Woody decided to go on a journey instead with Bo Peep. Like for reals? It's like we have a it's like this. It's like we have a group of people. I mean, it's like we have a group of toys or people, but they're all there in movie one. Then in the sequel, they're still there, and they bring more people. Like they bring way more people in for Toy Story 2. So Toy Story 1 has their own toys, and Toy Story 2 brings an addition. Toy Story 3 brings more of an addition. Then Toy Story 4 is more of separation, where they separate. And for the most part, I thought of this. This is how I thought the movie was. When Toy Story 1, 2, and 2 came out, I saw it like this. I saw it as Woody and Buzz Lightyear were the main characters, like this. Like this. More of a buddy system, a buddy. Both of them being buddies. So I kind of felt like that's how it was. But it's sad now because there's no Andy in Toy Story 4. I wonder if Bonnie's gonna grow up too and is gonna be giving away the toys. That's what I'm kind of like not understanding. I don't know what's gonna happen. Are they gonna make Bonnie grow up also so she could go to college or she could go work or something and then come back? I don't get it. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. But I think they have plans for a Toy Story 5 or already. So that's weird. And the sad part is that there's no more Woody. Woody's separated from the gang of toys. So he met Bo Peep again in the antique store, which was nice. It's like, wow, we got the whole group of people coming back, and we're gonna make more friends this time, to make it even bigger of a group of friends or a group of toys. But I forgot that in Toy Story 3, Bo Peep leaves, only Bo Peep. And then they didn't show no army of men, no little toy soldiers, the green ones. They didn't show them at all in Toy Story 4. But you got to meet new people. But the sad part, like I said, is that Woody left. I mean, I thought Woody was like the main character there. Andy wasn't. I mean, I understand Andy was a character. His mom was a character in the movies, but it was mostly about the toys in their adventures. But now, without Woody, now it's like I'm not liking the direction that Pixar slash Disney decided to take Toy Story in. I mean I enjoyed the movie because it was fun, but the ending was what really steered me into the opposite direction. It's like we're going straight, wow, incredible. Then you just go, it sucked. Like that ending, fix it, man, fix the ending. That wasn't really that great as I would have thought. And I'm explaining why I didn't like it. I didn't like that ending because Woody Woody's not part of the group anymore. Like that's what the whole movie was about. The two movies. People grew up on Woody, Buzz Lightyear. Come on, it's like what happens if Woody goes away, then is Buzz Lightyear that goes away? Like what? What else is there? Like what else do you have after that? After those two characters go away, what's so iconic about Toy Story? Nothing. They're gonna bring now this time. What are they gonna bring? A bird toy, or what are they gonna bring now? And to be honest, it's like there's a lot of things that was wrong with it. I mean, just in my opinion, like it was incredible, but it's not like everybody says, "Oh, it was a great, a great sequel to the rest of Toy Story." No, no way, no way, no way is this a great movie to Toy Story 1, 2, and 3. No. I thought like this. I'll say it again. 1, 2, 3, then 4, get out of here. Only because Woody's gone and then Bo Peep is gone. Like, what? I I have no words to say. I have nothing else to say. Just that I'm disappointed with Toy Story. I love Toy Story, but I'm still disappointed that they took that direction to say, get rid of these characters, send them away, send these characters away. I guess what happened in the movie, and I'll say it right now. What I have to say about the movie is that Bo Peep Bo Peep disappeared, Woody disappeared, so I guess the characters are still there. Like most of the group of toys are still there except for RC. I didn't see RC at all in the movie. RC. And then the army of men, they were not there. And then what this was is just that Forky came into play to take over for Woody. And then I guess Bo Peep, I guess she disappeared and we got Mrs. Forky. But I I don't get it. I thought in I thought in the previous Toy Stories was that was that Woody was supposed to be with Jesse, like as characters together, like they belong together. Even though they try to show that Woody was more into Bo Peep, but it's a little strange. So what I have to say about this movie, I enjoyed the movie, but the ending was in the direction that I mean it was in a different direction that I didn't think of. And I know no one's gonna even care, and they'll continue the franchise going on forever, with a bunch of different characters in the end, where you won't even remember who's Andy, you won't even remember who's Bonnie, you won't remember who's Woody, Buzz Lightyear, the most iconic characters. They're iconic. To infinity and beyond. Yeah, like there's a snake in my boot. Like who's gonna remember that in the future when they cut all those characters out? Come on, that was like the most iconic even phrases. There's a snake in my boot. Uh, to infinity and beyond. That was the most iconic thing from the characters, the two characters that I consider still to be the head of the whole toy story. Those two characters were the main thing. So I just have to say that I enjoyed this movie because in the beginning I was like, yeah, you got all the characters back together. You're going to bring new characters into this and bring old characters back. And you're going to make people meet new people. You're gonna, I mean, the toys meet new toys or meet other toys and have adventures. But the ending, like I said, wasn't all what I expected. I didn't expect Woody to disappear with Bo Peep because the 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 problem that I have is that I wonder why. This is what I think, in my opinion. I don't think I don't think Andy gave the toys to the right person. I mean, Andy wasn't playing with the toys as an adult going to college. He wasn't going to be playing with toys because what kind of adult actually plays with action figures still? I mean, collectors do. They collect toys. But regular people, like, say I'm 40 years old, I'm gonna be playing with toys. Like, what? But he gave them to Bonnie, and Bonnie played with the toy. She said thank you and all of that in Toy Story 3. But then Toy Story 4 came out. It's like, what? I don't care for toys. Step on Woody's. Break, yeah. If you feel like breaking Buzz Lightyear, break Buzz Lightyear. Break all the toys. It's like Toy Story. This is what I liked about Toy Story. Toy Story 1 and 2 were incredible because Andy played with the toys. Andy played with all his toys, and he had fun with the toys, and even the toys left. He left all of I mean, the toys all left and they have their own adventure, but they came back because they're like, I want to be with Andy. And now, what is there? No one cares for toys anymore. Like, even Bonnie doesn't care. She only cared for Forky. Forky, come back. Something like that. And she cried and all of that. But to be honest, it's like, what happened? What the heck happened? In what direction did they take this? So for me, I enjoyed the movie Toy Story 4, but like I said, it went in a direction that I wasn't expecting. It went in the wrong direction. It wasn't in the right direction. I was thinking it would have gone in the it should have gone in the right direction, but it's not going in the right direction. So let me know in the comments down below. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of Toy Story 4. Do you think it's better than Toy Story 1 and 2? Do you think that Toy Story 3 should have been the end? Because I would have thought Toy Story 3 should have been the end. Toy Story 4 is miles behind. I mean, it was great, but still behind in a lot of the story. So let me know what you think. Let me know. Let me know if you think there's going to be a Toy Story 5. Let me know what you think is going to happen in Toy Story 5 if there's a Toy Story 5. Let me know what's your favorite Toy Story movie. And if you want to have a discussion of of Disney, or if you want to have any kind of movie discussion, leave it in the comments down below and I'll gladly do it on my vlogs channel. We'll have a discussion of every single thing you feel like. So that's about it, and I'll catch you guys in another video.